Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with some Ren. I thought I was going to react to with some live streams. I did see him pop up the other day, like the first night, second night and stuff, but they don't seem to be on his channel anymore, so I don't know what's happened to them. But this is the main event, right? 8 minutes of tales, man, yeah. Looking forward to it. Vincent van Gogh. Well, it's full of Vincent van Gogh references, isn't it? But Starry Night, man, I do really love that painting. I love Impressionism in general. Nice. This has reminded me of Starred Up a bit. That film with Jack O'Connell, was it? Yeah, this is like We Will Rock You vibes in it, but, you know, nice.
I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you.
Yeah, this is really cool, isn't it, man? Just a new vibe, man. A new. I won't say a new direction. I don't know. It's the same. It's the same kind of stuff he's doing, isn't it? But he's using a different palette, if you know what I mean. It's real nice.
I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation of everybody in this room. Ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded. Putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rise and the politicians pardon. Slave labour wage docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave. Great Britain, tax bracket rise, grow. Give a tax break.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, man, isn't it? It's like, is it all vocals, I think, that's going on? It's all like a cappella, isn't it, man? And let's take it back a bit again. His lyrics again are class, aren't they, man? Real interesting.
I begin? Wait a minute, I know. Step 1, I repent. Step 2, let me go. No, 3, maybe I show you remorse for my crime. Fuck that, let me speak my mind. So allow me to introduce myself to your manifestation of everybody in this room. Ever felt discarded by a system that's regarded to be something for the people, but the people disregarded, it's retarded. Putting all the power in the palms of the heartless. Lions don't care when chewing on carcass. Homeless levels rise and the politicians pardon. Slave labour wage docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave. Great Britain, tax bracket rise, grow. Give a tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the everyday people getting fucked till they broke, so let me unload, I'm on a roll. I never vote, big in the polls, Britain the road, who to control when there is no food in the bowl. It's a low blow, representatives don't show empathy. Plain to see, represent me, no soccer. Britons break backs just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM, did they stutter? In the PM, there'll be bodies in the gutter. Blood-stained hands, milk up poor land's udder. 9 to 5, I can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design, my hands are tied. I climb that, on this that. How the fuck can I pretend it's fine? The water is never wine, a pig steps.
No, it's... I guess I've got a lot of thought. I have mixed emotions about a lot of this. It's obvious, isn't it? You know, to anybody, I suppose, with half a brain, that it's the what is obvious? Systematically, you know, there are huge problems, man. There always have been problems, but they're getting worse. I mean, the you alone nothing can be happy thing, you know, and that's, I don't know. Poverty, I suppose, you know, is rising, isn't it? You know, and it's inescapable for most people. Oh man, I don't know. It's just so complex, you know. Education, I suppose, is the answer, but education, what is that the answer? Is that the answer to, you know, the cost of living going through the roof? What is the answer to that? Why, you know, in the last, you know, 30, 40 years has the price of everything, you know, gone up like 400%, where the wages or whatever have gone up, I don't know, like nowhere near that, right? Things are becoming less and less affordable. And economies as a whole, man, I mean, how the hell does that even work? But I know at school, you know, we weren't taught anything about how the economy works, about how politics works, about how the political system works, you know, really. I mean, does anybody know? It's just so... But then I think as well, you know, we're not taught how to be strong, I suppose, you know, how to be resilient mentally, emotionally. I guess just lately, I've been thinking a lot about, you know, what it means to be a loser, you know. I was a loser, I think, for most of my life, without really understanding that I was or why I was. You know, but now I want to be a winner, you know. I can't, because I always wanted to be a winner, you know what I mean? But we've got to take responsibility for ourselves, I guess, to begin with, you know. And maybe there's no chance anyway. But you ain't giving yourself a fighting chance, you know. You've got to learn to stop doing all the destructive things that you're doing to yourself, I guess. And aim up, you know, aim at something meaningful to you. And it's hell to try and, I don't know, move up and get out of that. I mean, I don't know if I'm just digressing too far from the point, you know, of to what he's saying, the story he's trying to tell. So,
Pardon, slave labour wage, docking pay for the farmers. Britain, Great Britain, no, you're a slave, Great Britain.
Yeah, the farm thing as well, man, I mean.
Tax break for a suit and tie on the low. Well, the everyday people getting fucked till they broke, so let me unload, I'm on the road, I never vote, big in the post, Britain the road.
So, as well, this is making me think of something else, you know, like the tax thing, that, you know, tax the rich and that, yeah, tax it more, tax their assets and all that. And I ain't sure if that is the answer. Because I think like the top 1% of earners, you know, contribute maybe like 30, 40% of the tax or something. Maybe more than that, I'm not sure. The ones that pay it anyway, you know, the ones, you know, I think I read the other day somewhere like J.K. Rowling paid like 50 million quid in tax last year. Which you would assume, I mean, what's the top end? You know, is it like 55% or something? Let's say 50%. You know, so maybe she earned 50 million, maybe she earned 100 million, paid half of it in tax. Which is, you know, it's fair enough, I suppose, isn't it? The problem is the corporations that ain't paying their fair share of tax and all that. The people that are avoiding it. You know. But tax in general is a fucking joke, isn't it? Why does the council tax just keep going up and up and up and up? And the service just gets worse and worse and worse, you know? When I was a kid, as far as I can remember, there wasn't that much litter on the streets. There wasn't, grass growing through all the cracks in the pavement and the curbstones and all that. It's just a fucking mess now, isn't it? So what is that about? You get taxed for that. You get taxed for your car. You get taxed on your fuel. You get taxed on the things you buy. You get taxed on your earnings. Just everything is taxed again and again, isn't it? There's tax to watch TV. There's a tax to drive on the roads. What else is taxed, man? If you're fortunate enough to have, I don't know, £500,000 worth of stuff when you die, they're going to tax you on that as well, right? It's a fucking joke. So yeah, I suppose, I don't know. But do you know what I mean? It is... I guess I watch I try and watch a lot of things. I try and avoid a lot of things now, but I do watch bits and pieces, from the left, from the right, from the middle, talking about, what you should do this, we should do that. But it is just all so fucking complex, isn't it? Like how the hell does anybody, know? Is it even possible to know? So I suppose when I look at it like that, I think the only chance any of us has got, really, because even like if you campaign for change in this way or that way or whatever it is, these things take decades to enact, right? And then someone else might come along and change it before it happens anyway, or it might not happen the way it's intended to, or whatever. There'll be corruption, there'll be this, there'll be that. There's always something, isn't there? So as far as I can tell, the best chance any of us have got is to be the change you wish to see in the world, is to take responsibility for yourself and to just be better for yourself, Every day, you need to find something meaningful to aim at, and you need to be better and do better. You need to move your body every day as much as you can, or in any way that you can. You need to eat less crap. You need to drink less. You need to find better ways of living for yourself and for others. You need to do everything you can to tip the odds in your favour. And let go of outcomes, I suppose. You need to let go of outcomes to move from, I mentioned this in another reaction the other day, but to I don't think things happen by force, I think they rather than with the clenched fist, it's got to be an open hand, firm open hand, maybe. I'm not quite sure of the analogy I'm trying to use or picture, But I think it's just fucked, isn't it? But yeah, I think that's what I would recommend, I guess.
To control when there is no food in the bowl. It's a low blow, representatives don't show empathy. Plain to see, represent me, no soccer. Britons break backs just for bread and butter. Fuck the PM, did they stutter? In the PM, there'll be bodies in the gutter. Bloodstained hands.
So he's talking about empathy there, and this is going to take me forever to get through, man. I'm only 2 minutes in. He's talking about empathy. It makes me think of that scene in... Because empathy and compassion are important, aren't they? Which I suppose is the left side, the left-leaning people, of which I used to think I was one, But I don't know. I guess I'm in the middle somewhere now, or kind of. There's elements of both sides that interest me, or if the left has just gone off to or both sides just seem to have gone off into the distance, I suppose. But there's a scene in the life of Brian where there's a guy, you know, they're all walking out to be crucified, and there's a guy who comes up and he's like, "Oh, let me shoulder your burden, my brother," and so he helps him with the cross, and then the guy's like, "Oh, thanks," and he sods off. That is a fantastic illustration, isn't it, of extreme compassion, do you think, or extreme empathy, or makes I'm not sure how to express what I'm trying to say in words. You know, I need to learn better words. But you get what I mean. So these things need to be balanced, don't they? I think.
A poor land's other 9 to 5, can't survive away just to work in a job that can't provide. It's by design, my hands are tied. I climb that, on this that. How the fuck can I pretend it's fine? The water is never wine. A pig steps to the slaughter before your eyes. It's for the new world order, except our minds. Court of law, a horse who will bend for bribe. All the while, people watch reality TV, sleep easy, wake and repeat the cycle. Are you taking the Michael? Better beat it though. City full of sheep tweeting on the social media.
So that's another thing of, like, you know, give them bread and circuses and they will never revolt. And that's like, some Roman dude said that like 3,000 years ago or something, didn't he? So that never changes. I suppose, I mean, let's see where this goes over the next 5 minutes, but I suppose it's like, I think the danger is, what is the danger? With songs like this, I suppose, or with, maybe I'm getting this massively wrong, you know, because Ren's much smarter than this, you know, and he's just telling a particular story here, isn't he, from a particular perspective. But the story he's telling is, it's easy, I suppose, and understandable for people to sit around and point fingers and say, my life is shit because everything is stacked against me. But I think when you do that, you rob yourself of what do you rob yourself of? I don't know, agency, opportunity. You take it all out of your own hands, isn't it? And I suppose, you know, I don't know if we need to, like, it's difficult to do, I know, but I think we need to narrow our circle of attention, you know, to I don't think we should be focusing on the things that we cannot change, you know. I think we need to focus on what we can change in ourselves to begin with. And then once you've got all that together, you know, then you can expand, you know, to your, I guess, to your family, to your friends, to your community, to your town, to your city, to your country, to the world, whatever. I think it grows out like that, you know. I mean, that might take, you know, generations to get through, I suppose. So I suppose it's about building strong foundations, isn't it? And most of us from working class backgrounds do not have strong foundations. What do you think? Is any of that, is any of whatever anything I said, does that make any kind of sense? Am I talking nonsense? I don't know.
Hysteria, polarize the people, never buy the hand that's feeding you. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you. Fighting for a cause that wasn't yours, then leaving you.
Yeah, so it's about hyperpolarization that's coming right. And then, so it's about, divide and conquer, you know, demoralize people. Because that's, I suppose, that's kind of what it's about as well, isn't it? Once people are demoralized, it's difficult for them to do all the things that I've just said, you know. It's very, very difficult to
City full of sheep tweeting on the social media. Tabloid twisting tails and it's causing mass hysteria. Polarize the people, never buy the hand that's feeding you. When it comes to war, they'll be calling for you, needing you. Fighting for a cause that wasn't yours, then leaving you. Hyperpolarizing the left and the right. Are you woke? Are you racist? Black? Are you white? Are you all for the Brexit? Make us with Brexit. The NHS rots, where was tax directed? Look, there goes another fucking puppet elected. Dance, little puppet dance, but the neglected. Impunity from true flies come to be expected. Sever head of Hydra, 2 parties resurrected. I'm the malevolent, degenerate delegate. Incarcerate the truth, keep it separate. The fabric of society is delicate. They don't want me in the room, I'm the elephant. Let's go. I guess I was fucked from the get-go. Wrong place and wrong time, guess so. Wrong planet, wrong mind. Guess you could say I was destined to break, because I get no satisfaction. I roll stoned, ETAs with ET, I phone home. ETC, don't blink, life is gone. Time don't wait, the show must go on. In London underground, come rain and thunder. Junkies, drunks and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one become cold like the tundra. One by one cast out like pariah. Sever heaven body, so body bow to man.
It's this like the tundra things makes me think Mighty Boosh, you know. They had a great tundra up. They had some great tunes, didn't they? The music was great in the Mighty Boosh. It was really cool. Yeah, so anyway, what he's talking about, I mean, this is the kind of thing that you're going to have to watch again. I'm going to have to watch again and again to analyse more, I suppose, to understand more what this second act is all about. And I'm well aware, you know, I've been waffling away for over 20 minutes already, but I suppose, yeah, like if you the Matrix allegory is so apt, isn't it? I suppose, and even the word, I suppose, woke is weaponized, or it means something different to what it originally meant. Do you think? You know, to be awake, to become aware of the system, I suppose. That people are just sort of sleepwalking through. But it seemed everything, I don't know, then we can get into like layers of dimensions, you know, and that all of the dimensions are kind of here, you know, and it's like esoteric and fucking metaphysical, and it's making my head hurt just thinking about it.
Phone home, ETC, don't blink, life is gone. Time don't wait, the show must go on. In London underground, come rain and thunder. Junkies, drunks and punks stung by the hunger. God is good until life push you under. One by one become cold like the tundra. One by one cast out like pariah. Sever heaven body, so body bow to Messiah. Boy cry wolf, everybody soon expire.
Run, little liar.
It looked like some angel wings on him then, didn't it?
Democracy ain't corporate lobby free for all. Democracy ain't rich boys, silver spoon seniors. Democracy ain't
I remember being at school, you know, after I left school, and there was some kids I used to hang around, well, some mates I used to hang around with who were maybe 2-3 years younger than me, and one of them, I think, was going off to university or whatever, and he was going to attend some political thing or something, and I said, what are you going to do after uni? And he said, I want to be a lobbyist. I was like, a lobbyist? What's that? And then he explained to me what it was, and I was just, fuck me, man. I could not believe that was a thing, you know. I just, fucking mind-blowing.
and not rely then forgiving you. Democracy ain't choosing between herpes or chlamydia. Democracy, hypocrisy, a synonym entwined. Take a baby, then deliver him, position him in line, and then imprison him, condition him in school to make him blind. After they christen him, the Father, Son, the ghost, but not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate to greed. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. We are designed to be magnificent, we waste that when...
That's real nice, you know. It's the shadows on the floor then, you know, reminded me of Ghost. It used to terrify the shit out of me, man, when I was a kid.
school to make him blind. After they christen him, the Father, Son, the Ghost, but not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate to greed. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. We are designed to be magnificent, we waste that when we walk. A starry night, the plight of Vincent inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war of every working man. A war of what's and why's and how's, and when's the time to take a stand? And who's the one to put me in my place? You, or is it God? It's compliance, staying silent. If defiance comes from love, I come from love. I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from trust. I am the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined all to die. And for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake of love? What about really loving us? But I mean really loving us. That means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the minstrel strong? For there's more to music. Life is music, music is the tongue. In the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the drum. Hear it, hear it, hear it. That's that thunder in your chest that lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song. Something better, yet reset so we can all live on.
Yeah, this is gorgeous, isn't it, man? How fucking cool is this? This act, for just the whole piece is just awesome, isn't it? You know, sounds great, his words are great, the feel, the emotion in it, you know, the anger, and he kind of touches on. I mean, I would love to see, because he's always rightly so pointing out a lot of the issues and problems in his lyrics, you know. And I would be interested to see him offer up something, maybe, you know, about ways that we should live. Is that preachy? I don't know. He kind of touches on it, you know, here and there with the odd line, doesn't he? He said something here about it.
After they christen him, the Father, Son, the Ghost, but not the mind. We are divine, we lose potential when we gravitate to greed. We are benign, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need.
Yeah, so, you know, we lose potential when we gravitate to grief. We, you know, we turn to cancer when we take more than we need. These are kind of observations about. It's not just observations about what's wrong there, is it? You know, it's observations about, well, in there that you can take from that. What can you take from that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just don't take more than you need. You know what I mean? I suppose don't hoard, don't eat excessively. You know, move your body and all that. So it's hinting at those kind of things, isn't it? And unfortunately, I guess a lot of the religious stuff is loaded with years of nasty stuff, I guess. But I remember, I guess, at school, you know, learning bits and pieces about, you know, religious ideas. But I suppose it was never really explained to me, or to anybody, as far as I can tell, why these ideas are important for your life. There was never anything more in it than, you know, well, if you're good, you go to heaven. If you're bad, you go to hell. So then to arrive at a point where you don't believe in God or anything, you know, where does that, you know, those things become irrelevant then, right? But the ideas that are explored in religion, the sort of tenets, that what I call the tenets, you know, that are put forth, the commandments or whatever they are, there is a practicality to them, I think, you know. There is a use in them, like, what am I trying to say? There is wisdom in them, I guess. Boils down to that, you know. So I suppose when people dismiss all that religious stuff, it is a little bit like throwing the baby out with the bathwater, you know.
We are designed to be magnificent, we waste that when we walk. A starry night, the plight of Vincent inside cell block 44. I fought a war inside myself, the war of every working man. A war of what's and why's and how's and when's the time to take a stand. And who's the one to put me in my place? You or is it God? It's compliance, staying silent. If defiance comes from love, I come from love. I come from hope, I come from truth, I come from truth.
Yeah.
I'm the last remaining push inside a world that turns to dust. Against the people so determined all to die. And for what? Love of power, love of money, love of ego, love of lust. What about love for the sake of love? What about really loving us? But I mean really loving us. That means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sense.
So you've got to love yourself though, haven't you? You know, how can you love others and like what does love mean? I think about that a lot as well, you know. My dad would say, I love you, you know. But what does that mean? To do the best for the people you love. That's what love is really, right? To want the best for them. Not just to want the best for them, but to show them the way, right? To show yourself the way, to discover the way. Love, I guess, is something I struggle with. Like the idea, I mean, the idea of it as a concept, as like it is what seems to underlie everything, you know, a reality or whatever. And there are just not enough words for it, you know. I think just one word is not enough for all the facets of it. And I know we do have other words, it's been pointed out to me before, you know, compassion and all that. But, yeah. There is, man, just... Heaven and hell is just here, isn't it, you know? It's all here, man. It's all been played out. In front of us, inside us, outside us.
About love for the sake of love. What about really loving us? But I mean really loving us. That means that I, the me, myself is you, and so we're we in one. And there's never separation while we're moving round the sun. For the cell of every sentient, it shares a single song. And that's the song of sweet creation. Do you hear the minstrel strong? For there's more to music. Life is music. Music is the tongue in the mouth of Mother Earth, and her heart beating is the drum. Hear it, hear it, hear it. That's that thunder in your chest that lets you know that you belong. We are one, we are one, we are free to one song. Something better, yet reset so we can all live on.
This just sounds class, doesn't it, man? He's just such a dude, isn't he, man? Like, what an artist. You know, could not have more respect for him than I do, you know. Such an inspiration. To me as an artist, to all you dudes.
Vincent!
I'm sure, you know.
Vincent! Oh good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now, please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? Nah, gods, what the fuck, man? I think I wanna leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that's impossible, see? You see, we're part of a new program, it's a government scheme. We're making gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With a brand new method, the sort of trials and tests. Like our good God's son, you'll be resurrected. What the fuck you on about? What kind of brand new method? Well, we take the frontal lobe and we kind of dissect it. With your synapse augmented with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defective. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum, that is expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it. Guards, this one will do. Yes, this one's fine. Take him away.
That's ace, man. It's really cool to see Ren playing like a proper another character, isn't it, you know? Aside from the ones, I guess, that sort of are so more similar to himself, I guess, or aspects of himself. It's real nice to see him playing that dude, man.
Vincent! Oh good, he's waking up. Vincent, dear boy, I can feel your frustration, but you're in very safe hands here now, please be patient. You see, we are the cutting edge rehabilitation. Don't you feel so excited for this new innovation? Nah, gods, what the fuck, man? I think I wanna leave. Oh, leave? I'm afraid that's impossible, see? You see, we're part of a new program, it's a government scheme.
This is interesting, isn't it? Because there's a lot of this going on. I guess it makes me just think that, you know, whether it's politics or mental health or healthcare or business, your local social club, whatever it is, there is always, I don't know, the good guys and the bad guys. Maybe that's not the way to frame it. You know, there's the guys that, you know, are well-meaning, and the guys that maybe are a little bit insane. I don't know how to frame it. There's people that mean well. I was going to say, then this dude that he's playing here, what would this dude represent? Does he mean well in his own fucked up way? Does he just, you know, does he think that there's a disposable, that, you know, that all these people coming through a cannon fodder for whatever tests or experiments, the latest thing they want to try? But there is, on every level in society, there is, in every group in society, even within us, I think there is always that duality, isn't there? Fighting for dominance, I guess. And maybe that is necessary for, what am I trying to say? I say maybe that's necessary for optimal growth, but usually it's not optimal, is it? The problems come when it tips one way in either direction. It's like the sort of liberal and conservative. Those are the two sides, aren't they? You know, of everything that's the spectrum that it's on. There's a great line in Peaky Blinders when he says that I've realised something, that the lines don't go out from the middle to the left and to the right. They go in a circle, and eventually, if you go far enough left, you're going to meet somebody who's gone far enough right. So that is what is layered into all of Ren's work, isn't it? You know, from the two perspectives in High Ren, you know. I don't think it is about eradicating, you know, one or the other. It is about balance. It is about that dance, you know. And it's an eternal dance, you know. But yeah, this is class.
Gentlemen from criminals, and that's what you'll be. With a brand new method, this sort of trials and tests. Like our good God's son, you'll be resurrected. What the fuck you on about? What kind of brand new method? Well, we take the frontal lobe and we kind of dissect it. With your synapse fragmented with our new serum injected, it aims to recorrect the parts of you we know are defective. There'll be discomfort in your cerebellum, that is expected. Hey, if progress wants a price, let it. Guards, this one will do. Yes, this one's fine. Take him away.
Yeah. Nice. To be continued, man. Cannot wait. Oh, it's just joyful, isn't it, man? Just, I mean, the subject matter is, of course, very dark in places, isn't that, you know? But I mean, just Ren's output in general it gives me great joy to consume and to think about, you know, and to ponder the ideas that he puts forth, but also, you know, I mean, the things I talk about sometimes, I'm not sure how much it has to do with what he's initially talking about, you know, but just spurs things in me and that. So I try and follow my curiosities, you know, even if sometimes I feel like I'm digressing too much and that. But I think that's the best that we can all do in our lives for ourselves, is to follow our curiosity, the thing that calls to us. I think that's where the adventure of your life is, you know. It's in that that voice in your head, you know, we don't get to choose what we're interested in, do we? You know, what we're curious about. And I think we need to follow that voice. And it's different for all of us, but that leads us to the adventure of our lives. And I think that voice that calls to us is, for all, you know, intents and purposes, that's the voice of God, isn't it? You know, whether you believe in God or not is irrelevant, I think. As an idea, it's the same thing, I think. I don't believe in God, I don't think, as like a guy in the sky or whatever. I ain't really sure what I believe, but it's the source, isn't it, I suppose? I'd prefer to think of it like that, but however you think of it, I think that's what you need to do, what we all need to do is follow what calls to us. But having said that, you know, if dark things called to you, you've got to, yeah, I was going to say, fortunately, dark things didn't call to me, but I suppose they did, you know, because I spent over a decade extremely drunk every day, you know what I mean? Amongst other, you know, extracurricular activities. So it's about learning, listening, and what is it about? What is it about? What is it about, everybody? That's enough. You know what I mean? Maybe, I think. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Might be my longest ever Ren reaction, right? Wow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Aim off. Love to you. See you later.